Everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to another live on the channel. A bit later than usual, but today we're back with some more Leicester City transfer news. Obviously, today we've came out with a new rumour in Stephy Mavididi. I'm probably butchering his name. We'll also get the latest on Harvey Barnes as well, on his potential move to Newcastle. It took a little twist. Obviously, yesterday we did discuss Barnes to Newcastle, thinking it was quite close, but it doesn't look like it is so close. From reports today as well. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Get involved in the chat. A few of you guys in here already. Make sure to go and drop a like. Got a new intro on the channel. I've had to get rid of Maddison and Tillemans. We are struggling for goals. If Ian actually leaves, I'm stuffed. I might have to put in Wout Faz's goals against Liverpool because it's barely anyone else to put in there. But yeah, let's jump into the chat. We're going to start off with Stephy Mavididi. Let's just say that. I can't be asked to. There's too many E-Day on it. Here we go soon. 135 million plus for Barnes. Well, Jerry, mate, if you were in the stream yesterday, we discussed that. But yeah, I think with Barnes, it's one of them, really. I think it's going to be difficult to get anything more than 40 million. I think about 35 million is probably about right, really, if we're talking realistic. 4 goals this season in League One. Not the replacement for Barnes we want, but 5 to 7 million, it can be decent indeed. I've got to be honest, based upon his stats, he doesn't look that good. But obviously, football is not what you can't base a player completely on the stats. I wonder what Rodgers is thinking now he looks at Leicester. But he feels, yeah, I think part of him will be like, oh, I was right. We needed players to sign, but then again, I think he'll, I don't know. Who cares? Hey up, we've got Maresca in the chat. Is this guy the new Johnny? Hey up. If you know, you know. I don't know about this Mavididi guy. Why is his name so weird? I'm bad with names and we get linked to this geezer. Why can't it just be, I don't know. Looked at his stats from last season. Not so good. I don't know if he wasn't played a lot or just didn't play well. Yeah, we are going to jump into it. I've had a quick look at him. He is a left winger. He's 25 years old. He came through the Arsenal Academy. He was at Juventus a few years ago as well. Right now he's at Montpellier. 1 year left on his contract. Someone said it earlier on about a quite a low price. So if we did go and sign him, it would be a low price. But this one's just interest right now. Leicester haven't put any bids in or anything like that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on it because it's just a link, but we've got nothing else to talk about. So we will go into a little bit of detail. That's true. Yeah, obviously the French league. The kit unboxing's coming sooner, right? I'm going to be filming it tomorrow. I did get the kit about a week ago. I'm wearing the old one. I don't know why, but yeah, it's coming soon. Big up. Thank you very much for that, pal. Not confident about this Mavididi. I still can't say it. Stephy Mavididi. That's just Mavididi. Hello, Ethan, mate. How are you doing? Blue Fox as well. Welcome to the stream. Mavididi. Yeah, something like that, isn't it? Meant to be decent, I heard. Yeah, he's got potential. I'll say that. I don't know if it's decent. Is he worth 35 million? We'll discuss Barnes later. Seen the clips. Well, yeah, most players look good. He is a replacement for Barnes. That would be the thinking behind it. People say people now are saying Maresca is good, Maresca is bad, but yeah, there's no point in judging him just yet. I can't lie. Every time I sign a wing, yeah. I mean, the Leicester winger spot is still can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce anything. I should be Jerry, mate. Yeah, hopefully so. I don't know. Can I be asked? Don't know. Anyway, right. We've gone through the chat. Keep getting your thoughts in there. But you're going to have a quick look at it. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano did break the news early on today about the interest. Obviously, it is legit. We can move it over. But we'll get into Harvey Barnes a bit later. Obviously, there's a bit of talking about Saint Maximin with that deal as well. So it may be a bit of a longer one. But yeah, this is from Fabrizio Romano then earlier on today. Leicester City are interested in, we know, as one of the options for summer. Deal depends on outgoings though. So this one, once again, is not going to be an instant deal. Pretty much, if you look at that, it's pretty much sell Barnes and we get this guy as a replacement, in my opinion. So that's how I think about it. Well, I've got an email. Club Brugge and Lille are also showing interest. Montpellier open to cash with him being with him being in the final year of his contract. So yeah, Bruges and Lille both interested, which is interesting. I think obviously Lille's French league, Club Brugge Belgium. they're both obviously better than Leicester right now. But then again, he did grow up in England. He actually grew up in Derby, so maybe he might want to come back. But Big Steffi, it's an interesting one. It's a very random one. Like I said, we'll have a look at his profile a bit later. He looks like a fairly direct winger. But I did see something earlier on saying he's pretty bad at everything apart from long shots. So I don't know. Maybe he could be the Tillemans replacement. But let's have a quick look on the transfer market then, just so we can have a little bit of an in-depth look on this guy. So if it loads, there we go. So as we can see from here, he's predominantly a left winger. Can play up front as that second string striker as well. He's currently 25 years old, so still a lot of time to develop a little bit and to hit his prime. At Leicester, was in the England youth squad for a little bit. Obviously, didn't make it as far, and his market value has dropped a little bit from a few years ago. But we are looking at around, I don't know, let's say 5 to 10 million or something like that. I don't know what a big figure on big figures. I don't really know. But as you can see, he's been at a whole host of clubs around England. So I wouldn't say he's got championship experience, but he has got English game experience to some extent. But obviously, quite a few of this is at the youth level, if you look at Arsenal in particular. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. If you look at his stats from this year, well, this is his stats in Ligue 1 in total. 115 games, 26 goals, 6 assists. I believe that's the assist bit there, isn't it? It's not great, is it? It's not great, but then again, I don't know. How can he judge it? I think this year, if I can find what he got this year, well, I've got that on a different tab. But yeah, his market value is about €6. So it depends. Obviously, that's probably going to be a bit more. But left winger, 25 years old, right footed, so he can cut in on the inside, which could probably mean he can play on the right as well, which is always a positive. So yeah, it's a bit of a rogue signing, but it could be one which works. Obviously, Leicester signing wingers is just a 6. Jerry, come on, bro. But obviously, the Leicester winger is a bit of a poison chalice, I'd say. It's very hard to do well. Let's get back into the chat. Any date on Perot? Not too sure. Still haven't put bid in, but some of you boys' favourites, Big Jerry Yates, is apparently going to Swansea, which is a bit interesting. So is that the potential replacement for Perot? But then again, Perot could be off to a whole host of clubs. Everton, I believe, are interested. You got Leeds as well, who have got new ownership, so they'll have a decent amount of money to pay. Perot won't come, fair enough. Now, but Perot's agreed personal terms apparently. Yeah, he could have, but we have to wait on the fee. Such a low fee. Well, I don't know actually, because the Barnes, we'll talk about it a bit later, but apparently the deal isn't actually that progressed because Newcastle haven't actually put a bid in yet, which is a bit, I don't know. Most people kind of thought the deal was pretty much done, but it doesn't look like it is. So we'll have to wait and see. Newcastle are waiting on outgoings. How many weeks do you think we'll have to wait for Barnes to leave? Well, according to reports, it all depends on how long it takes for Newcastle to sell Allan Saint Maximin. So I would hope 2 weeks max, but I don't know. I don't know with Barnes. It may be one which drags on a bit. Swansea versus Cardiff. Perot's, he's a fantastic player. He scored lots of goals in the last 2 championship seasons, which is exactly what we could need. Just thought we needed new free kick takers. Mala's gone. Cody will suit up for me. Great. Robert Hoof vibes. I know, it's annoying, isn't it? Stephy Mavididi. That's better, isn't it? Let's just call him that. Jerry J. When does the window close? I think it's 31st of August, so normal really. A few games into the season, so there we go. Yeah, let's delve into the stats as the big statisticians we are. Let's have a look at his XG. But we are actually gonna have a look at some of his XG stuff here. I don't know if it actually is, but why not? So as we can see here, this is per 90 stats in League One. So 0.28 goals per 90, 4 goals in total, which isn't fantastic. His assists ain't much better either. 6 goal contributions in total. And this is the thing. When Leicester wingers perform best, if you look at Barnes, for example, and obviously Mahrez a long time back, they've had quite a high output. And this guy just doesn't really have it, and especially in Ligue 1, you would have thought maybe he could have a bit more. I don't know how good Montpellier are now. I don't know where they came in the league, but obviously I don't think they're up there that high. But I think, if you look at it, it's a bit, I don't know. It's not. Obviously, he had his best. He had his best goals penalty when he was playing for the Arsenal youngsters. And it's never really been too high, really. So then again, it's just dipped off in recent years. So based upon this, it's not looking good, boys, is it? But then again, he could prove me wrong. We could have looked at Mahrez back in the day at this, and his stats could have been like this as well. But to be fair, it's not too promising. I don't know why we're looking at goals away from home. Who really cares? Shots taken. He does take quite a few shots, which is all right to see. To be fair, doesn't look like he's very good at shooting though. Hit the woodwork one time, bloody hell. But yeah, if you look at his injury record, this suits Leicester quite nicely. Then, so he's got, how many assists? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different injuries in the space. This is a perfect signing, isn't it, boys? Jesus Christ. Seven different injuries in the space of in 1 year. Obviously 2 of them are suspensions, but got 2 nice injuries already. There we go. All right. Cooking up a feast here, aren't we? Big Stephy Mavididi. This looks like this is going to be the perfect Leicester signing, isn't it? Who's found this geezer? I hope if he sign him, I hope he proves me wrong. But right now, he ain't looking too good, is he? But we'll have to wait and see. Late August, yeah. You're making it harder than actually. I know. So Maximin leaving his injury. I know. It's a big shock. But apparently he's linked to Saudi. So if one of the Saudi clubs can get that deal over the line, Newcastle have the money, and hopefully we can. Hopefully Newcastle can make that happen, and then we can invest it. But I don't really know why Leicester are having to wait for Barnes to go to sign anyone. Surely we can pick up someone for 10 to 15 million. We just sold Maddison for what, 40 million odd? I don't know. We've still got money in the bank, surely. I don't get why we have to wait for Barnes to go. Surely we have a bit more money spare. I know we signed Winks and Cody, but still we have a bit more, surely. Don't get it. Yeah, dead baller. Dusty, innit? Yeah, that's true. It's true, yeah. If you look at it, Lille and Club Brugge are interested, which obviously way better than Leicester right now. So, yeah, then again, I'm talking like I'm still in the Premier League, which is a good point. But still, I don't know. I think maybe we could just do with someone slightly more established. We signed Winks and Cody. I know they're good established signs, but wingers, we always bring in these random wingers-ish from like Under, Lookman, etc. So it's like Tete. Can we not just sign someone a bit more established who we kind of know he's going to do quite well? But you know what I mean? It's like Gazelle. You know what I mean? No chance that was going to happen. And Diddy's a simple name. Why do you struggle with Matt? I can't do names, bro. People say Alex Scott won't come to the championship, but he's in the championship. Yeah, but I think he's more capable. I think he's better. He can do better than the championship, and I think he could probably get moved to a low Premier League club, really. Someone like Luton, maybe. So Maximin is good, but his end product is horrendous. True. Yeah, I think in Saudi, though, with their goalkeepers, he'll probably do all right, won't he? Enzo wants it. Yeah, I guess so. But do we trust? I don't know. I trust Enzo a little bit, but we don't know how these signings are going to do yet. I know. Yeah, that's true. Newcastle and Chelsea. That's how it is now, isn't it? That's how the Premier League and football is going to go, really. Most teams do the same. So there we go. But yeah, just before we move on to Barnes, we're going to have a little quick look at some more stats. Don't want to go on for too long, but there's nothing really else to talk about, is there? So this is his. I believe this is So this is from this season. So he's played 26 games in total. Started 14. So about 45, about half a game ish. So yeah, we're looking at 4 goals, 4 expected goals. So all in all, it's not too promising, really. If you look at his oh god, look at this. Strengths, nothing. Weaknesses, ball control for winger, that's not great. Aero duels, ground duels. Obviously, this is on SofaScore. It's not that realistic, but yeah, if he's got no apparent strength, it's not looking good, is it, boys? But as you can see, obviously he's mainly on the left, as you would expect. right footed, just like I said earlier, which just provided some balance. So all in all, Stephy Mavididi, I basically got it pretty much. I don't know. So it's an interesting one, but his ratings aren't too bad-ish. Just play well against Monaco. I don't know if that counts for anything, but yeah. I don't know, boys. What are we thinking based upon them stats? I don't know. I don't want to be too negative, but it's not set in the order, like, is it? But then again, League One versus the Championship, I don't really think there's too much between it. Obviously, PSG and stuff are in there, but if you look at, if you compare Leicester to the lower end of League One, I still think we're about on par-ish. Maybe a little bit worse, but it's not too different, I'd say. Lille was a sideways step. Bruges, apart from Champions League, is a step down. Leicester, so you can be back in England with family potential. Yeah, that's true. But then again, he may just want to play European football in Bruges. So, and obviously the Championship is a big step down from that. But maybe that is his level, or maybe he want to come back to England, just like you said, test himself out, and maybe he could keep, get a big move for him in the future. He's only 25, so he's still got a decent way to go. Yeah, 100%, bro. Easy. Yeah, that's a point, isn't it? Mavididi. It just sounds right. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? It's the worst on earth. Jesus. What's happening with Ilias Chair? The interest was before Enzo came, so I don't know if I doubt Enzo I don't know if Enzo wants him, so it comes down to that really. Anyway, moving on then. Less of Stephy Mavididi. Stupid name. Let's move on to Harvey Barnes, and I won't go on for too long because obviously we did discuss him yesterday. So yeah, here we go. So this is from Luke Edwards, reliable source from around Newcastle, I think. So yeah, Newcastle United transfer news: club looking into selling Allan Saint Maximin to fund the Harvey Barnes move. So there we go. Interesting, really. So Newcastle have all this money. I know it's financial fair play and stuff, but fingers crossed one of the Saudi clubs can come in, get some Maximin, and then I think the Barnes deal should happen. But pretty much, if Leicester want to sell Barnes, we've got to wait for Newcastle to sell some assets, really. And I think, St Maximin's probably the one, probably one of the most viable assets which they're going to be willing to sell. So yeah, there we go. So Maximin for Barnes, bit of a weird one, but obviously Barnes is a better player. But yeah, it's a bit. I don't know. Will St Maximin want to go to Saudi? Then that's what I mean. This one could drag on for a while, and that's why I said the other day, don't write the likes of West Ham and Villa off for coming back in for Barnes, because as of right now, Newcastle are just waiting around. So there we go. Why are they trying to troll with the names in the chat? It's not happening. I'm actually kind of aware today. All right. No chance. But yeah, this is from Fabrizio Romano as well. So pretty much just repeats the same message. Barnes has accepted Newcastle, so personal terms won't be an issue, but obviously it depends on the clubs and Newcastle outgoings. So there we go. I would imagine this one could take a bit longer than expected, which is not great, but maybe we could see Barnes score against Coventry first game. Who knows? But yeah, big Harvey Barnes then to the Geordies. What are we saying? But I think the price may be an issue as well. But yeah, God's sake, is that him? It is, isn't it? For God's sake, already. See, we've got no Cody in the chat. We've got this geezer in here already. I agree. That is his name. Yeah, that's true. He can't do much about it. Benkovic just got on loan to Turkey. What happened to him, man? We all thought he was going to be good as well, weren't he? I know he was magic. He's a visionary, isn't he? Big user 1246 has got that supreme French ball knowledge. He knows big Steffi inside and out, doesn't he? But yeah, a bit more on the Barnes deal. This time from Sky Sports. Everyone's jumping on it. Let's bring this one up. So yeah, just repeats the message once again. No bid has been made for the 25-year-old. This is the thing with Newcastle, man. Like there seems to be interest in lots of players, but nothing ever really happens. It's like that. The Madison deal was going on for like over a year, wasn't it? It's like, I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting shout, but I really think Barnes will end up at West Ham. That's what I think, because as soon as the Rice deal gets done, whenever that happens, I don't know why it's taken so long, but when that happens, West Ham are going to have a lot of money and a lot of money quite quickly, because I think the Rice deal is getting done. Like the payments are not in instalments, so West Ham will have a lot of money to spend quite quickly, especially with winning the Conference League as well. They got Europa League football, and it's London, which is probably more attractive than Newcastle. Maybe Barnes will want to go there. We'll have to see. And I think Barnes will obviously start week in, week out for West Ham as well. So part of me thinks he could end up there, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one with Barnes. I wouldn't write Villa off either. Depends what happens. There's still a long way to go in the market. But yeah, let's jump back into the chat. Who remembers Mola Wagyu? See, I can say his name. He was awful, wasn't he? He played about a couple of games. He played against Millwall in the FA Cup. Fair enough. Got two Steffys. We desperately need wing. Yeah, I know, man. We do. That's the thing. When Barnes goes, the only player we've got left is flipping Albrighton. This is why I think we're going to play a back three. So we cannot be playing Mark Albrighton. I'm sorry. If people are, he's a legend. He works. Mr. 110% merchant. No, he couldn't even cut it at West Brom. There's no way in a million years should be starting week in, week out. And he ain't going to be able to play Enzo Ball, is he? Mr. Whippy. Played once, broke his arm. Can he get the Connor Cody interview from Sky today? He tried to get with copyright, Ethan, there. I don't really want to risk it, really. I haven't seen that, actually, though. Jerry's a striker. Not on Titty again. I think Cody's clear, to be fair. I don't think a striker is needed. Vardy Dak is good enough. We need wingers or Brighton is only right winger. Yeah. I think with strikers, it all depends on who goes again. We have got, obviously, George Hurst still at the club somehow. So he could be a potential option, but he wouldn't be the number one guy at my list. But obviously depends. I think the main one's just Ian Atcher, really. Obviously, there's that long-standing interest from Forest. Nothing major going on there. But then again, we've still got these players like Ndidi, Pratt, Castagna. It's like, even with Faz, like, what? Nothing seems to be happening. The Castagna to Juve looked like it was going to be done, and we haven't heard anything for, about a week and a half from that. So, is he going to go? I don't know. This is, the more it goes on, obviously we got rid of some players like Tillemans, Mendy and whatnot, but the longer it goes on, the more and more I think we are going to keep hold of quite a few of these players, really. So it's one to watch out for, and that's why I keep saying Leicester are going to be doing business right up until the deadline, really, because obviously we started off quite well. Madison going, Cody coming in, and Winks coming in, but since then hasn't really been too much developments, really, and we don't look like we're close to getting anybody. And this time next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we still didn't sign anyone, really, because nothing's happening, boys. Interested FC is back in full effect. You use a 1-2-4-6 is low in the chat, and it's got a full team in the chat. Ward in goal, yeah. That's a solid partnership, that is. Bugs Bunny. Brendan Rodgers, that was that nice pivot. Juventus signed Timothy Weah instead. Cam Umtiti. Decent team. Johnny Son, that's the new one, isn't it? Big Johnny Son up top. What a striker. To be fair, Johnny needs to come back, actually, because it fits in with the board revolution, doesn't it? With Willy Caballero coming in. What a man. Yeah, there's a bit. Let's move on then from Barnes. I don't want to go on for too long because we spent about half an hour talking about it yesterday. Johnny Son is the go. True. But yeah, this is a bit then, which is interesting. So yeah, Swansea have accepted a bid, or Swansea have had a bid accepted, for Blackpool striker Jerry Yates, obviously pro plays for Swansea, so could this be the potential replacement? We'll have to wait and see. But there hasn't been anything on the Joe Pro deal since it got announced about 10 days ago. I think it was from Rob Tanner or John Percy, which is obviously reliable. So there's definitely interest in there. Personally, I'd love to see Pro join. But then again, there is a lot of interest around him. So there we go. I think he'll be better than Stephy Mavididi. Mavididi. I can't. Why do I keep trying to say it? So Juventus don't want our Timothy, but the Italian clubs are just done with how they do the transfers. They want to loan Castagna and have an option to buy. I think it's stupid. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Yeah. In some other news, boys, got some breaking news here. Leicester's game against Thailand has been cancelled. But yeah, I think in all seriousness, I didn't actually realise we were playing the Thailand national team. Who's Safanat Mwante going to play for them? It's that FIFA game, isn't it? But in all seriousness, I think that's probably good because obviously that's on the 26th of July. It's not long till the season starts. We've still got a game against Liverpool, obviously, in this time. I didn't know we were playing Thailand. I couldn't believe it. I thought we were playing like a Thailand team, but let's assume it's Thailand, unless it's like a team made up of Thailand. But that would be Thailand, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? But unless you are playing a team from the Thailand league, but yeah, well, we're not. But yeah, looks like that game's cancelled then. But yeah, if you guys want to see me go out to watch the game against Tottenham, send me a couple of grand in the super chat. Feel free. Get a nice vlog out in Asia. Hey up. Who's going Northampton? Sadly, I'm not. But if you guys are going, have a good one. I think we're sold out like 3/4 of the ground, which is pretty mad. We've also sold out Coventry at home already, which is pretty solid. So yeah, it's quality stuff. Send me a couple grand, and yeah, bro. If you guys want a vlog, you want a vlog, innit? I'll probably get some good views as well. You know, won't pay it back though, will it? Do you think we should match fix the season? Why not? Could do. Sign no one else and spend it all on that. Yeah. What's happened to the Thailand guy signed for us? Not seen him train yet. I believe he was out. I think he would have been out on international duty. So I don't think he would have come back yet. But personally, I think he's in the not personally. I imagine he'll be in the under 21s. So. And obviously, you don't really see too much of that on the main social media channels. So we may just see him spawn in a random youth match when their season starts. But I believe he signed for us because there was a load of photos of him at the airport coming to Leicester. So I'd imagine he's here. He did play for us last year on a trial basis as well. So I think it's done, really. Imagine it would cost about 50 quid, wouldn't it, to get his name on it? But yeah. Mavididi. I kind of hope it don't come now just because I can't say his name. Honestly, I don't have a clue. Stephy Mavididi. But that's just one part of it. Stephy Mavididi. Can't do it, man. Cannot do it. He is, isn't he? He's replacing him. Or maybe he is. Who knows? He could have changed his name. Could have changed his name. But yeah, boys, I think that's where we're gonna we are gonna wrap it up in a couple of minutes. We've basically gone through everything, but a final nice, yeah, that's a good point actually, Jerry. I did that for some player. I don't know who it was. I had to do that the other day for someone. Yeah, I think it's for Maresca to come and do that properly. I had to go and I had to find an Italian translation channel, and I had to watch that about 10 times. Yeah, I found a bit then on Big Steffi. Strengths, long shots, weaknesses, aero duels, holding on to the ball, passing, discipline, defensive contribution. It's not looking good, is it? If your weakness is passing and holding on to the ball as a professional football player, I'm sorry, but what are you doing? Obviously, you can pass the ball, but if his only strength is a long shot based upon whoscored.com, it's a bit of a sticky one, isn't it? I thought it's joke. I started laughing. I was cruising when I first saw it. Pippin, weakness, passing, discipline. God, if we sign this guy, I don't want to write him off, but it's hard. It's really hard not to, isn't it? It's really hard to. Discipline will be corrected by answer, maybe. Other weaknesses, yeah. I'm starved. I know it's back soon though. Saturday for the big one against Northampton Town away. Jesus Christ. Weakness, yeah. Weakness football, yeah. It's about right, isn't it? But anyway, big Stephy's going to come for 8 million. He's going to rip the Championship apart, and then he's going to get his big money move to Manchester United in the season after for 50 million. There we go, boys and girls. The next Riyad Mahrez, the reincarnation. If it's up, I think it is, yeah, or it'll be on the website. Anyway, cheeky. But anyway, boys, thank you very much for coming in tonight. I think that is where we're going to wrap it up. Obviously, not too much to go through. We'll see if anything comes out tomorrow. If not, I'll see you boys in a week because I won't be here. But yeah, hopefully we can get just some news coming really, because it's been a bit flat the last couple of days or so. But as pre-season progresses, especially in that Northampton game where Enzo can have a look at the players and how they perform. Obviously, it's only Northampton, but it can still give him a bit of an idea of which players he wants, which players he don't, and which areas he needs to strengthen him. But yeah, there we go, boys. Thanks everyone for coming in tonight. Much appreciated. So make sure to go and drop a like just before you head off. Massively helps the channel out. Slap a 15-year contract on him so he can send for lots when Real Madrid want him. Standard stuff, mate. By then he'll be 40. Yeah, decent. Lovely stuff. But yeah, boys, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay safe, and I'm going to go and watch how to pronounce this stupid guy's name. Wish me luck. And yeah, see you boys in the next one. Stay safe. Hope the Leicester.